So we're back with another video. This is MANUTRACKIDs, and I wanted to start a new series where we break down Afro House's biggest tracks, right? And today we have Joseph. You're from Zurich, right, bro?
Well, I was born in the UK in Stoke-on-Trent, and then I moved to Schaffhausen, which is like half an hour from Zurich, or 40 minutes from Zurich, when I was 9. So
Wow.
I'm a bit more Swiss than from the UK.
So you speak how many languages? English.
I speak English at home, and Swiss German, and rusty French.
Man, super talented. I didn't know you were also multilingual, but bro, SOSO remix. I think that wasn't your first release though, right? I think you had a couple before that, right?
No, I had some like remixes I did before, and I was making music since I'm 25, and I started when I was like 20. I started because I had a friend who played guitar, and I wanted to like make something with him for our high school final project, and that's how. And I kind of just got obsessed with making music.
Yeah. And
And
Afro House, how did that
that
start?
started with I got into electronic music through the likes of like from some friends who were listening to like Stil for Talent, Dominik Eulberg, like, and then like I moved on to like Fortet, Tourist, Burial, and those kind of things. So less dance floor oriented. It's all for me. It's always been it's more like as a listening experience, really interesting. And then I think the first ones for me was like the Africa Deep. There's one song like called like Cloud or something. I think he did a remake of it. Super like emotional.
Yeah.
I just love those ones that like really take you on a journey. I think that's how I like discovered it. And then the first time I heard it like out was not that long ago, or was probably like 2023, like in a club, what it can do. And it was just like a new vibe, and in general, just music like Taksin, those guys are so special in my opinion. The way they can utilize like chords and melodies and
Yeah.
rhythms is something. Yeah, I think it's beautiful. So in that sense, like Afro beats too has always been such a thing that I listen to and groove to, just to feel good music in a way that I don't really think there is much of in Europe or coming out of Europe.
No, for sure. I think when you made that remix, I think I had it on replay, bro, all day. It was a SoundCloud release, right, at first.
Yeah.
When I heard it, I was just sending it out to my friends to say, like, yes, this might be considered a commercial, but just listen to the vibe of it. And I remember Enmy was playing it out a lot, right? He was starting his sets with the
Yeah, super
remix,
cool.
and you know, but I think you hit the sweet spot with that sound and just created a vibe.
Yeah.
But I know now you're busy with other remixes. You got the Big Smile remix that people are talking about. What is it about this kind of Afro vibey style that you like? Is it just you know you like Afrobeats and you like that vibe, or what is it?
Yeah, but it's not like super intentional either. Also with SOSO, I had it on I had like separated the vocals. I love the original. I love the whole album. Separated the vocals, and I had it on my laptop, and I was trying like different chords and drums and stuff. And then one day, and I'd forgotten about it for a while too. And then like I opened it up again, made the beat, I think first, and I'll show afterwards. But and then like the chords, and once I had the chords, then I like really it's more like following a feeling than
Yeah,
anything thought through. Yeah, that's how it goes. So also, and then with the other remixes too, it's not yeah. If I hear a vocal and I think like wow, like this would work on that, then I'll try it out. But normally it never works first try because it's too thought out. And then when you're like sitting around randomly, that's when it normally comes. And then these are the ones that like yeah have worked, but there's much more. other stuff that I enjoy doing too, like lots of tracks or a
Yeah.
couple tracks I make have no drums, nothing, it's just for fun.
So before we open up the project, I think you mentioned something that's very very interesting in terms of when you receive ideas and when you're inspired. When do you find normally that is? Like when you look back at, when you had a moment of like, oh man, I'm really inspired. I need to get my laptop out and put this down. Is it usually when you're just like, I don't know, watching a movie, just going out for a walk? Like what's that setting?
It's always different, I think. Like if you were able to know every time, then like I'd be able to recreate it and make like bangers every
Exactly.
day. But
Yeah.
yeah, that's not the way it works. You just sit down and maybe listening to music and just like, wow, yeah, I feel like making music now too. It's more like making music, and then most of like I can't make like multiple tracks a day. I'll be like stuck and then moving around, hopping between, and just messing
Yeah.
around until something comes out.
Yeah. Okay, man. Without further ado, I think let's open up the project. So
Sure.
let's see how SOSO Remix or Malay SOSO was made.
Yes, sir. You got the screen?
Yeah, got it.
Can you see? Cool. All right. So basically, as I said earlier, I had the vocals separated for a while. They were probably just like all dragged out, and then a lot of times, if I start a track, I want to like create some kind of room for it to live in. So normally that would be like a pad or something, or but just some kind of loop that's giving, I guess, the key of the track. So what I did in this case was I kind of snipped out a bit of the vocal
Okay.
and then created like this and added some like reverb on it.
Very nice
And
vibe.
is it loud enough, bro?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, so I had that, which is chopped up from the vocal, and then basically just went from there and probably added some drums first. So like standard would be like a kick, and it's super simple in terms of like processing. It's really simple, and this track came about very quickly too. So yeah,
Did you make this track
you
in a
got the
day?
vibe. Yeah?
How long did it take?
Yeah, it was like in a night, and I knew it's no most things are like that. I mean, you finish it off then later, but it's normally like quick when you feel it, you know it, and then you go through like maybe stay up the whole night and just finish it, and then be like listening to it on repeat, like fucking vibing in the bathroom and shit.
Yeah.
And then like you got something really cool. But yeah, so added the kick. Sounds kind of like nice already, and then just some like noise and some grittiness. The toms for the groove.
So 17 is just noise. It's just like
Yeah, this just like high end kind of to give the kick
nice.
some more like high end, a bit more punchy through, and it sounds just more, gives it more character now.
Beautiful.
The tom itself is like also not it's so quick, not like a crazy sound, but then I added the delay and it gave it like this kind of a bit of a swing to it.
Yeah, I think toms are
I like the most important groove,
especially right now. I think people are using those a lot.
Yeah. Then some hi-hats on the top, one left, one right. And I think what kind of made it, the vibe was like that, which is the same like chopped out of the vocal.
Yeah. Does he also have that that chopped vocal in the original?
Yeah, that's all from the vocal.
Yeah, it's all from the original.
And here on I added just another hi-hat to go along with the groove and just drive it forward almost every 8 bars. Moved along pretty quickly too. It's weird now, like looking at it, but I think just because the vocals were there like that, it kind of happened like as an accident where I realized like, damn, like when when those vocals come in like that, creates a lot of tension, and so once I had that bit, I think that's where I was really like messing around and taking my time with the chords a lot.
Yeah, I think. I mean, I was in the shower today, and just thinking to myself, man, having a good vocal is like finding gold. Do you
Yeah.
know what I mean? Like, it's so difficult, but when you have it, it's like you need to, just
Create the vibe
create the
around it.
vibe. Exactly.
Yeah, and then it's all about the chords, etc. But yeah, having good vocal is like gold, and placing it differently. And there are a million ways you can do things, and that's what makes it fun.
So, when is too much reverb, too much processing on a vocal for you? Do you leave it as organic as possible, as natural as you?
I think mostly it's like not. I don't. I'm not like mixing. I'm not that good. And this one I made on like my AirPods.
Okay.
And I just made it quick, and I think the sample choice and everything, the vibe felt right, and I threw it into like one of those e-mastering programs and sent it to some friends, and they were like, "That this is sick," and they played it, and people were playing it before I even had a proper master. So I think like if you just listen to it once and you realize like, oh, it's cool, it's good, it works, then it
There you go.
works. There's always like you can go further and as far as you want with details and stuff, but it's kind of just a black hole and fucks you up eventually, I think.
Yeah, it's
So
never
yeah, I didn't
enough.
add too much reverb. Exactly, it's never enough, and there's always more the closer you look. It's like a microscope. You can go as far in as you want. But yeah, I just take out some lows here on the with this reverb. It's not super long, but it's pretty long. I made this like 1.5 years ago. I don't know if it would have been that long, but if we can listen to it without it, and then with it, yeah, it's like it puts it in a
For
space.
sure. For sure.
It's not super audible, but I think it's in a space. And since you have this background loop still going, yeah, it feels like it's in a good room now.
Yeah.
So yeah, then we progresses onwards.
So talk to me about the chords. Was that the
So
first
the
idea
chords are
that you
really
had?
simple. Yeah, I think the first idea was, of course, like the vocals. No, this wasn't the first chord idea I had. The first chord idea was something probably completely different. But this idea was the one where I was like playing it in just on my like the musical typing thing on my bed actually. And I just came up with, I think maybe the first chord, second, third maybe, and super simple, like not full chords. I'm not musically trained, so I don't know like, exactly like what the names are and stuff.
But it sounds
But
good.
I just played it in, sound good, and I was like, cool. And then let's find a way to progress it and change it just so subtly that it keeps you maybe interested, but not too much, so it's not like super in your face. It's just enough to be
Yeah.
to work and to keep you engaged, plus minus. The vocals already doing so much, so yeah, the chords but that was a moment where I was like, when I had these chords, I know like, cool, this is a vibe, and I know what to do, and then it arranges itself normally from there, just testing out.
Yeah.
Because I can sit and listen to it and not thinking like, oh, maybe I should change this, maybe I should change that. So yeah, just a little reverse thingy into the chords, and then the chords are That's how I sound like without processing. Again, super simple. And I love the dark, bassy, the warmth of lower notes. Yeah. And with the bass, sounds super warm,
Deep, man, deep.
deep. Yeah. And it just progresses just
I mean, listen,
along with the
this is what
vocals.
makes it playable and very cool for DJs,
Yeah.
right? This is what adds that energy.
That energy is the warmth. It's and I love bass. I think everybody loves
Who doesn't?
bass,
Who
but
doesn't?
I like bass and I love melodies too. Yeah. So yeah, and then just to add that extra drive is like that classic, simple ass Afro pluck.
It works, man. It works.
It works.
It works.
With a little bit of automation on the decay and on the cutoff, the frequency, to just just bring out a bit more energy in the drop. Now I listen back, I always think, oh, maybe I should do something a bit different, but it is what it is.
But the thing is, as you say, the more you listen to it, the more you tell yourself of things that
change this,
could have gone differently. But at the end of the day, man, it's sick, bro.
Thank you. Yeah, it's a simple, like, thought it was cool to show this one because it's a very simple in terms of like the whole structure and stuff. But I was happy with it in the moment, and fucked with it, and that's all that counts, that it, right then and there, it's a vibe, and it's a bit like a journal entry almost in a way. And I found a sound that I like I use this bass, or I try to use it wherever, if I feel like the vibe fits, and same with the deep chords, like Big Smile and the Location remix that's on SoundCloud, all have similar elements.
Yeah.
And I think they're like recognizable. So yeah. So I was like, here we left the vocal out. I think drops without vocals I prefer more. It's a bit more like nonchalant and low key. And then we come back in with the vocals along here with the SOSO. So yeah, here it's all about automation. The rest of the track is pretty much like automation on the bass, so taking it out and back in, the pluck again too, and then utilizing the vocals is like, it's the lead. So it's giving you this, it's coming in and out again, and up here, like I'm filtering the kick again. Just like, no, I wouldn't do that again.
Yeah. The thing is, let me just compliment you on your use of the art of this kind of plucky Afro house element. I think people use it without intention, but hearing it now, it's really effective, and it complements that vocal.
Yeah, I think that's a good point. Like everything, kind of every element needs to have, especially as a producer, you always want to add more and more. But I also think, or I also see that eventually, like this track is like, 20, so it's 4 groups, it's 24 tracks. It's not that much. Or is it 5 groups? Doesn't matter. It's like less than 25 tracks. So, and same with like Jackie Brown is, I think in total also around like 25. Everything is quite simple, but everything that's used has a place and an intention and some sort of functionality.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's what that yeah, I think that's what makes or breaks. Adding too much can just clutter things up and make things too complicated, especially on the dance floor.
I think it takes time though to get to that level of recognition in yourself and say it's enough, move on to the next thing, or maybe test it with a few friends to get the feedback
Yeah,
and know that it's okay, right?
yeah, definitely. And also, I think once you know something's good and you trust your own taste, because like I said before, I started making music because I was super interested in how it was made and always loved music. Um, and I think the main thing is that you just trust your own intuition. When you think something's cool, don't worry about it. Like, don't think about anything else than like, I just want to make a vibe that I fuck with right now. And that's all you're following. And sometimes if it's just super simple, then that's that. And maybe if it's not enough or you want to change out some element, you can do that later.
Yeah.
But working quickly is all that it is, and not thinking about not thinking about the dance floor too much. I really don't think so. Like, you should make yourself dance, that's it, but not how anybody else will perceive it. It's kind of a, but yeah, I'm not saying that I'm Buddha and I can't, because
You sound like
I
Buddha.
do it all the time. Like, yeah, but I can't. Yeah, I wish I was, but it's like, fuck, yeah. Making music's so
No,
fun.
I love
They're
that
super
though. I think
fun. It can be frustrating
that's the
though.
quote of the week. You should make yourself dance.
Yeah, try and make yourself dance. AirPods, like Bluetooth, like someone I look up to, a producer and DJ, also told me like he makes his stuff on like Bluetooth noise cancellation headphones, so he can dance around in his like wherever in his home at like 3 in the morning while he's making music, while the rest of the world is sleeping. And that's like the most important. And it doesn't have to be dance music either. You just want to feel something, maybe come home after a weekend, traveling, tired, and stuff. Like, you start something at the airport
Yeah.
when you're a bit hungover or something. Like, it's just
Yeah.
have
I
fun.
think
I think most sports, like, have fun. That's the
yeah, I
biggest
think the
thing.
important thing is, I always find when I don't want to do something, that is when, something special happens. Right? When you're forcing yourself to say, okay, even though right now in this moment I don't feel like doing it, I'm still gonna do it. And that's when usually something magical really happens.
Yeah, and it's not just with music. It's like with a lot of things too. It's like, I don't feel like going out today. I'm feeling kind of, yeah. And then you go out and you're like, oh, I needed that so much. It was so
I had a
good.
great time.
Yeah, exactly.
Bro, should we maybe play it
So
out for one more minute?
yeah, we can for sure. I think like my favorite part is yeah, this part here. Oh, starts here. So we'll start.
So good, bro.
Thank you, OMAH.
And you know what it is as well? Your build up isn't like too crazy. I feel like right now we're used to
That's
these loud drops, but yours is
super
just,
loud, very high
you know,
energy. But yeah, it's a chill. It's a chiller. It's a chill track. I like chill music, honestly. Like, also, yeah, uh, I'm. I like it a lot. I also like slow music. I guess
yeah.
people call elevator music now, but I like it. It's nice. It's a good vibe. I think it's
No,
cool.
man.
As well as like high energy. You interviewed like Ape Drums. I mean, his stuff's impeccable. It's so strong and also quite simplistic in the way it sounds. At least I don't know how many layers there are to it, but
Yeah.
everything's in its right place there.
I think he keeps it fairly simple. And he did a mix for us here in London. Well, he played for us, but I listened
Yeah,
back to the mix, and maybe 3 or 4 tracks have the same structure. You know,
yeah,
same kind of melodies, but different sounds, but placed in the same, you know, position
yeah,
in track. So I think that's very important in finding your sound and establishing yourself, right? As an artist, just having that, yeah, that sound.
yeah. It's super important, but at the same time, I think eventually it could be limiting because then you feel like you have an expectation, or creatively at least, or maybe towards your fans or something, where it's like you know how to make one sound, but eventually just doing the same thing can get boring. So I think it's a way of like balancing it out and exactly just trying to have fun. And if you vibe with something, then you vibe, or like a vocal, or you're working with someone and you realize, wow, this sound can work really well. Let's try and use this sound from that I used in my SOSO remix. Then go for it. But I think personally, if you're making it with like because you're really enjoying it, I think your like character will shine through
Yeah.
anyway.
Thank you, bro. So yeah, I hope the people watching enjoyed it. Of course, you can find Joseph on all socials. What's your socials, bro? It's Joseph Music, right?
Yeah, it's Joseph Music. Everything's small.
Bro, thanks for coming on, man.
Thank you.